Ladies and gentlemen, today's game we have PzZZang, the world's #1 Yasuo, up against the world's #1 laner, Chovy. You can see this matchup is going to be extremely spicy. Chovy with the very aggressive runes. He's going for Summon Airy, which a lot of the Oriannas these days are starting to opt towards. Doinby did it last night in his series. And essentially, it's just utilizing the extra damage you're going to be getting from that, as opposed to the phase rush, which most Oriannas will go. And as long as you're in a shorter range matchup and you'll be able to proc it pretty often, this Airy is going to allow you to get a little bit more presence in lane, really start to focus down on the enemy's potions and resources, and you'll just slowly wean them out of the lane. They'll take a bad base, and you can start building advantages from there. But of course, PzZZang goes for the door and shield. He hangs back. He'll just wait for his moments. PzZZang, I always talk about it. The reason he is the #1 Yasuo is not because he has perfect mechanics, but there's a lot of Yasuo players who have very good mechanics. It's his decision making, his very low risk playstyle on a champion that's known for dropping 10, there's the meme of 10 deaths on Yasuo. He never hits it. He hardly ever dies. As he hits, dude, he's just absolutely slicing and dicing Chovy and gets a solo kill in the lane. Chovy didn't even flash. He knew it was done. Bad positioning by Chovy. PzZZang, he allows the wave to shove back into him. When you're playing Kiana, you're playing bloody Talon, you're playing Yasuo. Let the wave shove into you, and it's going to give you so much room to move into them, okay? And that's what allows him to get that solo kill onto Chovy, and Chovy TP's back into the mid lane, doesn't get any buy. But Chovy, look at that freeze. Do you see he pulls that? You guys need, even Chovy when he dies, okay? He's looking for those advantages. And PzZZang is dropping bloody low, but able to drop the freeze, break the freeze. And just small lane things like that for Chovy, he's still able to manage a CS advantage. And if you're doing this in your bloody silver or gold games, the passive, the Yasuo shield stops the bait, doesn't stop the base. If you're doing this in your gold games, guys, you're gonna not many people even freeze it. You're gonna build such huge CS advantages that's gonna equate to item advantages and game wins. It's as simple as that. As this, I just realized he has a Syndra top called 1 Conor McGregor 2. Syndra top was meta, not meta, but it was actually picked. The Shy was playing a lot of Syndra top, Aphelios top, Kalista top, a lot of weird picks that seem to have worked. And Conor McGregor. The Syndra into Kennen. The matchup doesn't seem too bad. I'm actually fine with it. But yeah, this matchup, it should favor the Orianna in the early game, I won't lie. As soon as the Dyna hits level 6, I definitely think it's Yasuo favored. And when Trundle's able to roam around and PzZZang is 6, Chovy won't be able to flash out. He's just going to instantly get knocked up. Yasuo ultimate will follow. And spoilers alert, I'm about to spoil some games, so skip 5 minutes ahead or something because I'm about to talk about Chovy's games. So last night he had the regional finals up against Faker in the mid lane. He played so well. So many solo kills onto Faker. He had such a mind-boggling series. He was unable to win though. Unfortunately, Hanwha's top side is pretty goddamn weak, I won't lie. But that means that Chovy lost to Faker. That means Faker goes to the main stage at Worlds. Chovy has to play through the play-in stage in order to get to the main group. Which means the wildcard mids, F in the goddamn comments below for all the wildcard mids that are going to have to lane against Chovy. Because if Chovy's solo killing Faker, who's known as Faker has such a good lane, he's not extremely dominant, but it's very hard to abuse him. And when Chovy's even able to find solo kills on players like Faker, imagine what he's going to do against some of these wildcard mids, man. I'm super excited. Man, oh man, I'd be shaking if I was a playing stage mid, because you're just going to get memed. I don't know what you're going to have to do to win these lanes, but dead even CS in the mid lane. I'll put a link to the PzZZang stream down below, by the way. The guy, as you can see, Trundle pillar knock up. I think the animation's not there. He's able to get Chovy's flash though, and that's going to be super important because Yasuo ultimate is only just over a minute cooldown, whilst flash 5-minute cooldown. Next time the Yasuo has ultimate, Chovy should die. I think that if Chovy next year, there was rumors that IG were going to try and pick up Chovy and rebuild. I don't think that was just a rumor. I don't know, man. I definitely think Hanwha can make a team. If they keep their mid bot side and they just change their jungle top side, I think they can do damage. I really do. If they pick up a good top laner and a good jungler. you know, I would love to see Chovy. I mean, I wouldn't love it, but I definitely think that there's potential there for Chovy to shift into the top lane and maybe make room for another mid laner to come through on his team. Imagine if he joined through with someone like Knight in the mid lane, Chovy in the top lane, bring in like a really strong jungler, bring in someone like PzZZang. I mean, Peanut, he kind of fell off this year. He had a really good start to the year, but just fell off towards the end of it. But there's plenty of good... I don't know, man. There could be a super team forming. Who knows? You got Teddy and Gumayusi. Like, T1, does T1 really need these two top-tier 80 carries? I don't know. Chovy known to play a lot of top lane in solo queue as well. But anyways, the more mid lane is, the better. Hopefully he stays, but I'm just saying. Who knows what the future holds. As he gets his back, gets Zerka Greaves, gets his Zeal. Run back into the mid lane. Chovy gets his tier. Diana's level 6. No flash. No ultimate. And man, oh man. By the way, it's no spoiler. I watched the D&B, so Fun Plus Phoenix, against EDG in the finals of the LPL last night. Holy shit. What a series. Viper. EDG's AD carry. Probably looks to be the best AD in the world at the moment. I know some people say like Ruler Gumayusi might have other words, but man, that last game, he had the most insane Aphelios carry I've ever seen in my entire life. And D&B just not able to do it. He had a pretty... Yeah, honestly, D&B had a pretty subpar series. He wasn't able to get as much done as he's usually able to. Scout, who he versed, had a really good series, played a lot of Rise. They weren't really able to match the roaming from the Rise. It just... The game got out of control. And it was a 3-1. PzZZang with a 5 CS lead. 81 CS at 8 minutes to 77. Like, this is most people's like 15-minute CS scores. PzZZang, his flash just came back up. Not much to do. He'll look down to the bot lane. They are very overextended. This could be great. Lee Sin looks for the dive. He's got flash. He's got ignite. Let's see what he's able to get done. Comes through looking now for the Blitzcrank first. Gets the Blitz. Just going to take the free kill. And the CS. He really doesn't do... Like, he has crazy mechanics and he'll utilize them when they're available. But he doesn't take, like, just ridiculous risks for these plays. Which is just... You don't need to, man. You just do not need to. It's as simple as that on the Yasuo. You will have better opportunities. The opportunities will present themselves. You don't need to force them. Too many people just force too much on this champion. Back, we start working our way towards probably... I mean, he'll probably... I don't know, he'll shift towards the shield bow normally, no? The Noon Quiver. Next patch going to be a super exciting one. Fizz getting changed. I'll have to do another Mango Fish. Mango Dog. People confuse him. He used 2 aliases for a while, so I did videos on Mango Fish and Mango Dog. It's the same guy. I think more commonly known as Mango Dog is what he calls himself. He just called one of his Smurfs Mango Fish, but I'll have to do a video on what he's up to. Beifang, the Kiana is getting more damage. Kiana's getting more damage on her combo. That would be pretty funny to see. But Chovy actually pokes pretty well there. Who just lands. I hate on these replay files, like a lot of the animations are kind of bugged, like a lot of TPs and a lot of like the Trundle Pill and Qs and whatnot. As he just sits in river and is waiting, just seeing if an opportunity arises in the bot side, not able to get anything done. Chovy TP's back in, has the Lost Chapter. Camps are gone. In the downtime, PzZZang, he's always farming these the wraiths. Usually try and steal away the enemy junglers. If you can steal your own junglers or clear it, it's fine. As long as they're not pathing directly topside to the red buff, it's okay. But if they're pathing directly to the red buff, and they're probably going to clear the raptors afterwards, it's like, probably hang off. I can start to see this attack speed. We're zooming through with that ease on the waves now. Vex. New mid lane mage. I cannot wait. It definitely, I think this new champion, guys, they did a little teaser if you haven't seen it. They did a little teaser and it really seems like my type of champion. I can't wait to start playing it. I know Action came out as a mid laner, but it just doesn't seem to really fit my vibe of a champ. I'm more of a mage type of guy. I'm more of a Zoe connoisseur myself. Got a 1k gold lead for red side. He has flash and ignite, and just look how he's playing this. Like most Yasuos will just eat in. Just go absolutely bonkers trying to get a solo kill with 2 kills. But the thing about PzZZang, he knows. You don't need to risk, do you? You just need to wait for a good opportunity. Finally gets it. Q. Ooh, goes wide. I'm going to zoom back in. If your team has the lead, right? If your team has the lead, you don't need to do ridiculous things. If you just hold your own, it's a free win. You don't need to try and go for crazy plays. Now, I know I'm probably creating a lot of passive players, but I say it a lot. One of the best things you can do, one of the biggest mistakes lower elo players do is they try and make too many plays and they don't focus on minimizing mistakes. They make too many mistakes trying to make the plays. Just minimize all your mistakes. Do that first and then start looking for the plays. It's just a much more efficient way to climb. Maybe it's not the best way to improve, but it really depends on what your goals are. That's why I recommend having a Smurf and having a main where you can kind of limit test on the Smurf. Chovy pops the ultimate. Dude, that poke. Yasuo has the flash. Chovy with nothing. And we could see him go for a... No, he's going to take a base here. Probably go fit with the Vamp Scepter for the... shield bow. Chovy. Look at that. He tries the base stop. I don't think they can do it through the shield. And both, dude, 150 CS at 14. Both mid laners. Farm fest. It's definitely going to benefit PzZZang. We might review. We might do 2 games today. We'll see. I just want to see how long this game is. I don't know. With a 5k gold deficit at this point, you're going to have to do something crazy if you're Chovy. I wouldn't put it past him though. As you really want this bot lane outer to drop, and then you can... Ooh, not going to take it. You really want this bot lane outer tower to drop, so you can go into the side lane as the Yasuo and really draw out the Orianna. Stun lands. I'm just seeing... Ooh, well played by the Lee Sin. PzZZang goes in. Get the wind wall, but he gets hooked over by the Blitzcrank. Looking for 2 now. And kite it. And I think that he wind-walled. He wind-walled a lot of that damage through there. The animation was a little bit bugged as... And for the 1... Trundle pillar. Good hook onto the Trundle by the Blitz. Here comes the Diana. Diana ult. Ooh! Chovy lands the ultimate. Has to flash out. PzZZang looking for the Q now. Doesn't land it. Instantly ults over on that Trundle pillar. Gets 1. Gets 2. Finally finds a moment to completely open up the game. 5-0. Over 10 CS per minute. This is how you play League of Legends. Tempo is great. Low risk. Waits for the opportunity. Huge resources. Like... You will just take over games like this. And this is why he is the #1 Yasuo. This is why he has 3 challenger accounts in Korea. Because this is how he plays every goddamn game. And how do you abuse this? You can't. He's going to be a monster every game. Now we're going to get the shield bow. And beautiful. We get the Mortal Reminder. He loves going this second. Obviously, it synergizes. You get the Zeal, you get the crit. And then the next item will be IE into something like... Usually go like IE into situational. I guess you can go things really aggressively. Like GA, like not aggressively. You can go GA if you want to go defensively. You can get a Merc Skim if they got a shit ton of CC. There's so many options you can go from here. The 3 core is the Shield Bow Mortal and the IE though. You'll see him going that pretty much every game, even when they don't have that much healing. And poor Chovy, he's not able to get that much done. He just disrespected in the early game. And now he's just stuck on farm duty while his whole map gets eaten 8k gold behind. And as a Yasuo, you're not going to fall behind 10 CS per minute here. You're going to accelerate. You can farm it at like 11 to 12 CS per minute in the mid-late game on Yasuo if you're playing correctly. Gets Lee Sin kicked, gets Blitzcrank hawked. Moves in, EQ. Gets the Blitzcrank, hits the ultimate, wind walls, the Kai'Sa damage. Moves in. Blitzcrank, yes sir, looking for the Kai'Sa now. Able to pick up the Kai'Sa, and it is just a mid lane ARAM. This one is done. You can see the enemy team is just like, this man, I'm donezo. And they'll run it down. Damn, PzZZang versus Chovy. I was hoping it was a little bit more spicier. Like, there was a solo kill in the mid lane. I was hoping to maybe get a closer game. I think I will do 2 Yasuo reviews. I'm going to wrap this game up. Let's wrap it up. How much longer? I mean, surely they don't last that long. 7-0. I mean, we'll try and get a longer game next. Just something that's a lot more close. As you can see why you play Yasuo Dyna combo. Dyna just ERs and you just it's such a good... There's not many better like duo Q synergy champions at the moment, I'd say. If you guys can think of anything better. I saw someone like say Master Yi and Kale, but like it's just so unrealistic. Yet Yasuo Dyna is so strong in the specific meta at the moment. It's PzZZang. We're 210? Are we 210 at 19? 210 at 19. Chovy's 10 CS per minute, but 20 CS down. Gonna eat every goddamn thing on the map. Alright. This game's donezo. Wait, let's see his death. Wait up. 1 death, and we're gonna go for another game. How does he die? Okay, that's just stupid. Alright, let's get on the second rift, guys. Let's get another game going. PzZZang versus Chovy, damn. Hopefully get another rematch, because that was just early game disrespect by Chovy, and PzZZang just completely opened up the game with the better jungle, and they took over the map with it. Into the second matchup now. We're into an Irelia, and I'm pretty intrigued to see how he plays this lane. Super short range matchup. So the Chovy matchup was an Orianna, but this one, the Irelia, you're head to head. It's all about spacing. There's going to be a battle. There's going to be trades. Irelia starts the E, and it looks like PzZZang is going to go for the hard shove to try and push this Irelia in where she's stuck under the tower. And maybe we can land a couple of Qs to harass. So E start on Irelia is very weak. If she started Q, maybe she could look for a more aggressive trade. But I think that the Yasuo wins out just because of the passive in the early game, right? It's hard to out-trade that unless the Irelia can somehow stack up the passive and work through it. He's going to hit level 2 first. E in. Space is the Irelia autos. E in again. Misses 1. And look at that. Just because of the Yasuo passive, he's able to get Irelia down below half health. And this is where most Yasuos stuff up, in my opinion. Most of them end up tanking a tower shot or 2 or get ganked. So you need to get a ward out. Moves. Does get a ward out. Should hover onto the top side now. It's level 3 first. Now, the thing about the Yasuo, guys, is you can W. Beautiful. He W's the Irelia second E so she can't stun. And he's going to move in here. Both mid laners drop the ignite, and it's an EQ flash, the Beyblade, I believe it is called, for that kill over on to the Irelia. That was really nicely played. Does go 1 for 1, however. He's going to run back into the mid lane. Double Doran's picked up for the Irelia, whilst we have Boots and Dagger for the Yasuo. I think the wave will shove back into him. Let's see if he can cop a freeze. Irelia held flash, by the way. So it's up to her in the next 4.5 minutes or so to be the difference maker. And what an aggressive level 1. I'd recommend if you're looking to play these type of champions, like whenever I'm picking up a new champion or playing a champion, I look up how these type of one tricks play their matchups. He's played this matchups hundreds of times. He knows exactly how to play into Irelia. So it looks like a hard shove in the early game and heavy aggressive trading. Just saves you a lot of analysis, honestly. He pulls the wave. Look at this freeze. Look at this freeze. Look at that. And that's going to make the Irelia so susceptible, isn't it? The lane is really long. She's completely overexposed to a Lee Sin gank. And these pulls, guys, pull the goddamn waves. Don't let them crash in the tower, okay? He should be able to look here for another solo or a Lee Sin setup. Let's see. Goes in. Probably going to get the flash, right? Waits for the flash, gets the Q now. Irelia W comes out. Doesn't. Oh my god, Irelia might be able to get the Lee Sin here. PzZZang answers back. He gets a kill for himself. Gets the red buff as well. Good trade by the Irelia. Probably the best. I mean, is it the best she could have done? I'm not sure about that. Probably could have lived, but Gragas, the big man, wants to try and hold this wave. No pull, no freeze, and we'll head back to base. Hopefully we pick up the Zerker Greaves here. And an aggressive game, I like it. And once again, we've got a nice knock-up synergy with the jungler. We have Lee Sin. Lee Sin, Rakan is going to help. Rakan's going to get the setup. Lee Sin should be able to come through for a kick. And Yasuo just presses R. Like, I don't know. I think even if you're a mediocre Yasuo, you can make it work in the right comps. If you have Malphite, Ali, Gragas, or something crazy like that, I feel like even the most basic Yasuos can make the champion work. The good Yasuos, like, when you have no knockups, imagine you're the only knockup in your team. Imagine like this game, but then you have a Graves jungle. It's so hard to really get those knockups in the team fight. You got to play it differently. That's where a lot of Yasuos struggle and just completely in. As we're going to be a rush for a level 6 here. Halfway, we should be 6 off this wave, right? We'll be towards the end of it. Moving in. This is just a mess. Using the wave though, able to pick up the Irelia. Q goes wide. We're so close to 6 here. Tanks 1 for the lead. Oh no, and Lee Sin dies. Leona picks it up. We're 6 now though. Predator coming through for the Gragas. No flash for the Yasuo. If he looks for this, he's a psycho. Surely, surely. We have red buff. They're trolling. Conqueror almost fully stacked here. He's looking to land the Q. Yeah, he gets the Gragas. Thank you very much, good sir. 4 and 1, and he's going to hit the base instantly because the Irelia is coming back through the lane. Korean high elo, man. They play like absolute savages. He picks up the Zeal once again. So he does this Zeal to get that crit in the early game. Then he transitions into the Shield Bow, and then he can finish that Mortal Reminder and transition into the IE for the extra damage in the mid game. Really nice Yasuo setup. Just showcasing how aggressive you can play on this champion in the early game. Problem is, 99% of you guys, even me included, we are going to int on this champion. It's just how it is. It's so hard to control yourself. I just find myself... I just have unrealistic expectations for what I can do. Mechanically. As we got a 400 gold bounty to our names. Got to be a bit careful, I'd say. No flash. Aurelia's looking mighty aggressive with an ignite. Lee Sin 6 with ult, but... Put my eyes on the river to see what the hell's going on down there. We move in. Level 7. Irelia is going for it, by the way. Irelia is going for it, by the way. And the Q misses. If that Q landed, we had the kill. It's a 1-for-1. My god. Aggression by the Irelia. Irelia takes a 13 CS lead too, and he's going to miss the wave. The Yasuo, PzZZang's going to miss that wave there. Can't. Cheeky little knock up. We'll sprint back out. Already at that crit spike, looking really nice. And I just love watching this guy. Like, I could watch this guy's Yasuo all day, man. It's the smoothest, cleanest goddamn player I've, you know, not since I've seen Beifang. I still prefer to watch Beifang, the Kiana player, but he's definitely up there, man. Because when he hits these like attack speed spikes, man, just the movements are crazy. It's the R, looking for the all-in. Needs to try and juke out on the Gragas. Does have flash Q wide. And you can see the Irelia has the steel-capped plated boots. Which shouldn't really matter, honestly. Yasuo can still slice through it. That Irelia healing is just ridiculous, man. He might even rush Immortal, let's see. Things out on the Irelia roam into the Dragon. In the CS, nothing like last game, just because of how bloody aggressive this game's been so far. Irelia looking for the roam into the bot side tower here. Moving down, moving down, moving down. Irelia picks up one. Probably gonna pick up two, man. And Yasuo, we get the Irelia, but good dive by her. She picks up 2 kills to her name. We'll run through, clear the wave. Maybe catch up on a little bit of XP here in CS. And it's a bit of a shame. We like Yasuo had a small stint in pro play. I've seen a lot of Yasuo Dyna combos in pro play, but most of them have been terrible. I saw Showmaker Canyon do a pretty good, they had pretty good synergy, but most of the other Yasuos have just been subpar. And I just generally think it comes down to most of the pro players don't have enough games on Yasuo to really make it work. This champion, probably 500 plus games. It's one of those champions where you need a lot of limit tests, a lot of 10 plus death games before you can really start to understand your limits and how hard you can push this champion, you know? It's a Ferrari once you learn it, but, man, it's hard to control at the start. Probably if you're looking for a similar champion, I'd say Yone would be a much faster learning curve. But it's a cool champion, good lore, good design. Topside river, looking to clear out some wards. Wind wall. Q goes wide. Lee Sin's hovering, he wants to look for it. Hits that R, Lee Sin comes through. Lee Q's on the minion wave, we flash over, and there's nowhere for this Irelia to run. Yasuo picks up the kill. Looking for the Gragas now, not able to get him, picks up the cannon, and we'll get some plates now. Gragas has the Herald, but not going to be able to use it for a while, looks like. And you can see on these combos, like, with the ultimate, guys, if you land a knock-up instantly, a lot of the times you have enough time to get another EQ off. You have enough time to at least get another E off and maybe an auto and then R on the knock-up. Most good Yasuo, they know you don't have to instantly ultimate as soon as you get the knock-up. You have a little bit of a window there where you can still click a couple of buttons. And that's where the good Yasuos probably normally separate themselves from the mediocre. And you can definitely tell a good Yasuo from an average one on those combos. As we head back to base, how much bloody gold do we have? Mythic! We get the Immortal Shilbo, yes sir. And we'll work towards our Mortal. It's funny, Immortal, it's a Mortal Shilbo and Mortal reminder. The synergy. Both mid laners here, they have their mythics. I reckon the Irelia actually wins the 1v1. Let's see. Yasuo, every single time blocking that out. Hits the shield bro proc. Yeah, there you go. You see that ER? Little cheeky one. Loses out in the 1v1. I mean, look. I thought that would be a lot closer. It all comes down to the Yasuo able to block out on the Aurelia setup with those E's. The wind wall is just too strong. We're 8-2, 400 gold bounty, gonna pick up some plates. And this is gonna be a problem for blue side to try and deal with. You can see, I think he was like 60 farm at 9, and he's just able to, he's gonna easily, I reckon, get over 10 CS per minute here. He's gonna farm up these jungle camps whenever they're up. Drop into a side lane, and it's gonna be impossible. Ooh, look at the Varus. The Varus is rushing Ghostblade. Everyone's loving this Ghostblade rush these days. So hot right now. He's gonna be doomed. There's a wave coming. You can use it to hunt it down. Thank you very much for the 9th kill, good sir. Oh shit! Where did Harold? Where did the Gragas put the Harold? Did he drop it mid or not? It's mid, yeah, he must have. Mid lane tower dies, and they're gonna look for top side here. PzZZang, he has 3 challenger accounts in Korea. 2 of them are Yasuo one trick, and then 1 of them is a Yone one trick account. So one account he pretty much only plays Yone. And that account, funnily enough, was actually the highest account he had for a while. I'm not sure what that tells you. Does that tell you this Yone is just a stronger champion? I don't know. But right now, the Yasuo account's higher, so... Nice. Pretty bloody close. As it looks like he's just going straight IE here. He's going for that damage, that snowball. As we move in, Gwen looking for a pick onto the Aurelia. Has the level of lead. Can't dodge out on that E though, good sir. And we're not far off Worlds, boys. We are really not far off Worlds. Most of the finals have been wrapped up. All the finals have been wrapped up. The regional playoffs definitely haven't been. We've still got to find out whether RNG or W are going to Worlds. God, Yasuo farming is so fun. Always active on the map, isn't he? Even when there's no farm to get. He's moving through brushes. He's trying to clear out vision. Varus is pinging on the bot side of the map. He wants to go down, get the tower. And then I think he wants to... You should swap lanes. You should really swap lanes if you're the Varus here. There's going to be about a 10-second window. Let's see what happens. Okay, Rakan. Rakan, no flash. Hits the ultimate. Gets the ult off of the lead kick. Got to pick up the Aphelios, looking for the 11th kill now. Good Gragas ult. His late Qs have just been interesting. And you just play off these knockups if you have them, right? You literally just walk in and you just wait. You just wait for a knockup a lot of the times. And sometimes don't press it instantly. Just hover it a little bit to try and wait for maybe if a couple more abilities will come out. Take them by surprise. As no one is going to be able to 1v1 them. It's not even going to be close, is it? 17 minutes in the game, 10-2, 150 CS. And this is when this is the part of the game where I love when you drop into these side lanes. You get a lot of the times you get 3-4 people chasing you. You got that opportunity to make these outplays. And this is where you make the crazy plays, right? Your early game, he's made good plays, but your early game is resource heavy. When you hit these spikes in the mid-late, when you have these leads, this is when you start taking these bigger risks. When you have these goddamn item leads. Look at this, Infinity Edge completed at 17 minutes. Got Flash, got Ignite, and this is... When you come, this is gonna be so... You're gonna see this damage, you're gonna be so stupid, man. Okay. Aurelia down into the bot lane. We're working our way towards a Gore Drinker. Pretty aggressive build. He wouldn't be known for his tank Aurelia at the moment. Pretty popular. This is... Okay. This is... Is there someone hovering here? There's no reason the Aurelia should be this deep. Genius. Hit that R. Flash out onto the Gragas, and we are just slicing them like Get the double kill. 12 and 2. And whenever you, like, that was obvious, right? You see the Irelia, and in your head, you're like, wait, is she trolling? She shouldn't be here. Your thoughts instantly should be, is this a trap? Don't just instantly go in. You need to think for a second. And it was a trap. Luckily, he has so many goddamn kills, it don't matter. But don't think, ain't no such thing as a free lunch. You got to be very careful on those plays. I've thrown so many games thinking the enemy team, I'm like, oh, look, he's just running it down. He's trolling. No, he's baiting me. And my shutdown is gone. You'll see him use the wave to gap close here. Q. We've got ultimate. Oh my god, we're in a bad spot. We ultimate try and get out here. And the shield bow progged. It's not going to be enough. We're going to drop down to the Gragas. That's what you get for playing in between towers, my good friend. It's only 5k gold down. What's the comps like? Now whenever I see an Aphelios after watching the ED series last night with Viper, they were like 5k gold down, probably more. Champion is... Okay, cast a curse. He's probably gonna die here. Brilliant Drew. And look at the Yasuo build now. He has the Mortal Reminder. He has the stopwatch. Action time, baby. Just ping your goddamn Lee Sin and Rakan. Engage. You need to engage for me. Engage onto the Aphelios. Engage onto the Irelia. And picks up the Irelia. 9 deaths on her so far. 20 minutes, 2 people dead. I reckon they should do a Baron Nashor. As we are back up to 10 CS per minute essentially now. And you can implement this type of strategy on any champion you play, guys. He just plays a reserved style on a champion that's mostly played unreserved, right? He knows how to make it work. You can... It's like that, I did a VOD review a long time ago on an Orianna player, Xayra, who just played no risk, pure farm and resource. Just played so far back and waited. I'm not saying PzZZang is doing that. I'm just saying he's picking his fights much more carefully than most Yasuo players. And that's... I don't want to beat on why he's so high elo, but that is why he's high elo. As you can see, he's looking for the 2v1. We're able to get the... We're just dead. Too much CC. Hit that stopwatch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we give the bounty over to the Irelia. And why every time I talk someone up, I hype someone up on my VODs, instantly they die. They do the exact opposite of what I'm saying. Goes to the crazy play, doesn't make it work. His team, however, Korean Challenge, you'd bloody hope so. They're playing the map perfectly here. They take the mid lane tower, working towards the bot side. And if 4 people commit themselves topside and your team is farming, like, your team is so far back on the map and they're farming like jungle camps, ping them. Be pissed at them because they should use this numbers advantage to gain equal as your death on the opposite side of the map. There's always some type of equal, not always, but most of the time there's some type of equal reaction that your team can make on the opposite side that will equal it out. And sometimes it's advantageous if you can, you know, grab some towers, maybe go for the inhib, maybe get soul dragons, stuff like that. Working away towards the GA now. Zooming out of the base now, we're looking for the end. Gwyneth picks up the double and we're going to run it down mid. Shouldn't be too much longer, surely. Dragon setup, 3rd dragon of the game. This Gwen is 10-1. The goddamn monster. And we just sit mid as the Irelia runs it down. Honestly, super aggressive game from PzZZang in Korean Challenger. You have to think about it, guys. He's playing in these skill champions in Challenger. It's like, imagine what he would do if he went down and played in gold or something. It would just look disgusting. To make these champions work in such high elo, champions like the Kiana, the Yasuo, the Zed, these one tricks, I mean, they're just built different, man. I don't know how they can make it work. I can never find the opportunities on these champions in high elos. I just can't. So I'm always so impressed with these players. As simple as that. Gwen's on a warpath. Look at her build. Riftmaker nashes. 10 stacks in the dark seal. Gragas comes up. And we are off to the races here, and that should be it, guys. That's all she wrote. 13 kills to Gwen, 12 to the Yasuo. And surely the enemy team can't come back from this one. What do we got? We got Flash still. I think he's got another kill in him. Fiona peeks her head out. I think that's gonna be it. So today, guys, the Yasuo review, PzZZang, the #1 in the world. That's gonna be it from me today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with me. And I'll catch you guys in the next vlog, alright? Peace.